All right, what is going on, YouTube? So I'm back with that video about which position I actually took, and it was basically Calm Foods, and it was just an egg maker. Basically, if you take a look, or Cow Main Foods, sorry, but if you actually take a look at it, every single time the stock has been overbought, it actually bounces. So this instance was, no different. It was overbought. Oversold. So I bought it, and now we just profited, I think, about 10 grand from that position. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and just exit out of that position for today, or excuse me, for tomorrow, and see exactly what else we can buy. So we see we made about 10 grand on that position. So what we're going to do, we're going to close that out, create a closing order. We're going to sell it tomorrow at market, which it'll probably be at, like, maybe, let's hope for $39. But you see right here, we made about $9,100 every single time. But let's go ahead and put that sell order in there. That'll be filled on tomorrow morning. And we're going to basically just look for any other thing that we can actually buy in the market. We could buy into gold right now. We can take out GLD. We can check out, you know, um, Wave, which was actually the choice that I was actually going to go with. But if you look at Wave, it's just now starting to get some buying coming in. But Wave is actually taking a dip around $8 again after hours. But you see right here, Wave presents a extremely good opportunity. This is a way for us to actually capitalize on Wave going to $10, which is what I actually think Wave is actually going to go is actually hitting the $10 mark. But a way to actually find these oversold stocks is to actually just do your research, man, and just look at the top losers, top gainers, figure out which ones are going to bounce, which ones are not going to bounce. A lot of times they are duds, but you have to figure out which one has the potential to actually go somewhere. And I think this one should actually be at $14, or like I said, $10 to $14 pretty soon by the end of the month or by the end of next month. So it's all about figuring out, which one has the potential for you to actually make the most money. Cal Main Foods was one that was actually able to make us about 10 grand on the position. So the count should be at close to $300,000 now. So, like I said, we're going to shoot for this account to be at $1 million. Hopefully, you're moving step by step with me. I won't be able to update you guys throughout the day just off of moves that I make, but I'll update you guys after hours, after we've made that move, so that I can kind of talk to you through that move. And basically just keeping it simple, really. We bought Calmain Foods. We saw the earnings. We saw exactly what it did. We saw that it was off of weak egg prices. And we just bought the dip, right? We bought the dip because history shows if you bought the dip, you'll be rewarded. So we bought the dip on that oversold signal. Oversold signal still hasn't come in, or hasn't been able to come in yet. I think the charts have to adjust, but like I said, tomorrow we're going to be looking to exit out of this position. Hopefully, Wave should be down to $8.10 or maybe $8 or so that way it can present a really good opportunity for us to actually get a good position in before this thing goes to $10. So I just wanted to update you guys on that. We went with Cal Main Foods. Just to make that quick 10 grand off of that, or basically profit off of that. I think $1 a share, or right around $1.25 a share is what we're able to make off of Calmain Foods, just off of buying it because it's oversold. Right, those oversold signals can be critical to whether it predicts whether the stock is going to bounce or not. The oversold signal does not let you know when it does not let you know that a stock is going to bounce. It's going to let you know that it's probable for that stock to bounce. A stock can stay oversold for about a month. Palo Alto Networks is definitely one example. A stock can stay oversold for a month. That does not mean the stock is going to bounce the next day. But that comes with doing your research and actually reading the fundamentals to see exactly how can you put your investor hat on? How can you figure out the psyche of when people are going to start buying Cal Main Food stock, right? Before you actually jump into the stock. So after upon reading it, doing our fundamental research, as we always do, Cal Main Foods became that buy, you know, at $37 or $38, wherever we got it at. We wanted to make sure that we bought it at a nice price, but we always want to read the news before we, just jump into a position, because that could be disastrous for you. You could lose a lot of money jumping into a stock without reading about why the stock is down or why the stock is up. A lot of time people just buy the stock. A lot of times people buy stocks just because stocks are up. They do the trend is my friend, type of deal. But I advise against the trend is your friend. So we don't want to do that. Follow the leader type of buying. We want to be our own independent person or our own independent thinker, rather than buying a stock that's already up, or buying that stock just because it was recommended. But we went against the grain. We went ahead and did Cal-Maine Foods. We were rewarded about 10 grand on it. So now the account is getting closer and closer to that $300,000 mark. And next thing you know, once we break 300,000, we're gonna go to 400,000, and we're gonna keep moving. We're gonna keep marching closer to that $1 million mark. And this will be a really nice really nice example on how fundamental paper trading can actually improve your actual real trading, right? So trading 200,000 to $1 million, it doesn't really translate in real life because it's fake money. But if you start to take this seriously and you start to treat it like your real account, you can definitely see that translate over into your real account. A lot of people ignore it just because it's fake money, right? But you want to make sure you have a fundamental basis. You want to make sure you have that, foundation that you're able to trade off of. Just in case you feel a little rusty, you're like, okay, cool. I don't feel good. I don't feel like I have that touch. So now it's time for you to actually paper trade and see exactly, how you could, play the situation out with fake money before you actually use your real money. So this is one way you're able to actually lay that foundation for your trading or for your investing with using paper trading. So that's all I have for you guys. I'll update you guys on the next trade. It might be Wave, it might be Wave Life Sciences, depending on what comes up in the market or what's the opportunity in the market. But that's all I have for you guys. Take care.